Hi there. I just got back from a really good conference. It's called Agent Reboot. It's done by the folks at Inman. Mine was up in Orange County, California, and it's a one-day experience packed with everything real estate and tech. Big focus on social media. You'll learn a lot. I urge you to Google it when you finish watching this video, Agent Reboot, and see if there's one coming to a city near you. And if it is, get there. It's one of the best real estate conferences I've ever been to. At that meeting, I got dozens of great ideas, but there was one that really stuck in my head. And it was so simple, it took less than a minute to present. It's a little sliver of Google history. But in there's a clue as to how you can improve your search rankings on Google, something that you can do. Google was started in the late 90s by two Stanford PhD students, Sergey and Larry. In their studies, they often used the internet for searching, and at that point in time, search engines did their ranking of search results based on how many times the search term or search string showed up on a page. That was the criteria. Well, Sergey and Larry had been working on papers, and they'd been looking at theses, and theses, they decided you could determine the credibility of a thesis by how many other papers referenced it. Citations is what mattered to them. So they built an algorithm and a search engine based on this. That's the basis of the Google algorithm. It's much more complicated than that today, but that's still the heart of it, citations. So it was good enough to where in 1998 the co-founder of Sun Microsystems loaned them $100,000 to start their company. Look where that is today, just from an algorithm. Now, here's where we get to in your real estate business and your website ranking with that story. It was the citations that brought things to the top of the list. We call them backlinks today. The more people that link to your website, the higher you're going to rank on Google. There's other criteria as well, but that's really the fundamental. How can you get people to link to your website and create a backlink? Excuse me, I have to interrupt here because I forgot the first rule of creating backlinks, and that is to have a site worth linking to. That's a site with terrific, relevant, timely, and changing content that consumers find so much value in that they want to come back to it time and time again. You can go out and buy links. There's a bunch of services out there that will sell you backlinks. I urge you not to do that. One thing we've learned is that Google's really smart, and they'll figure that out in a second, that you've bought links or that the links aren't relevant or whatever. And you don't want to get Google slapped. I mean, that happens and you're relegated to the dark recesses of the 12th page of results and something like that. You've absolutely defeated your purpose. Instead, I'm going to urge you when you're on the internet, when you're surfing, you're reading, you're researching, you're learning, interact. Become involved. Treat it like an interactive medium. When you read something that you have an opinion on or that's interesting to you, comment. Just create a comment. What you're going to find if you start doing this is almost anything that you can comment to, be it a news story, a blog, whatever, is going to ask for your name, your email address, and your website. When you do that, you're creating a backlink. The more of those are like little breadcrumbs that lead right back to your website. Now, why don't people do this? Why didn't I for a long time? Number one, I'm a little bit possessive of my time. I don't want to get sucked into a discussion that's going to take time and energy, focus away from other things. Well, come on. That's just a matter of discipline. It's also a matter of commenting on things you really care about so that if you do get sucked into a discussion, it's okay. The other reason is I was really concerned about being spammed. You know, you don't want to put your email address on everything because next thing you know, your inbox is full. Come on. We know how to deal with spam, right? We unsubscribe and we use filters. If you don't know how to do that, go out and learn how to use filters on your email program, whatever it is. You won't have a spam problem. It's a non-issue. Plus, I think most of the times anything that you can comment to, this is not something that they're up to anyway. So, let's get over that fear. Let's quit treating the internet like a passive vehicle for the absorption of information and start treating it like the interactive medium that it can be and that will boost your search results on Google. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you later.